Okay, so we are going to start. Where is Sok? Where is he? Oh, okay. Are you ready now, guys? Okay, so we have thảo, Sok, and thúy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, our lessons tonight is going to be, I'm going to share to you. Okay, can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, thúy, can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So our lessons today is about IELTS writing. Okay, task 1. IELTS writing task 1. Life cycle diagrams. Okay, life cycle diagrams. Okay, so there are 2 diagrams in here, as you can see. The first one is the life cycle of the silkworm, and the second one is the stages in the production of silk. Okay, can you read this for me? Life cycle of the silkworm. Sok, can you read this for me, Sok?
Yes. The school of the silkworm.
Okay, life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, next. Thao, can you read this for me?
The stages in production of silk.
Okay, silk. Okay, very good. The stages in the production of silk. So we have 2 diagrams in here. The first one is the life cycle of the silkworm, and the next one is the stages in the production of silk. Okay, first I want to ask you guys, do you know what the silk is? Do you know what is silk?
I don't know.
What about thúy? Do you know this silk?
No.
Sock?
No.
No? Okay, let's find it together. I'm gonna find the translation in Vietnam so you can know it. Okay. Find the translation in Vietnamese. Okay, here's the translation. You know this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is the translation of silk. Okay. So please remember, silk is, how do you say? How do you say it?
Lúa.
Lua. Okay, lua. Okay. So silk in Vietnamese is lua. Okay, so that's silk. Okay, so silk, okay, is coming from the silkworm. Okay, it's coming from the silkworms, and the silkworms comes from the moth. Okay, so here's the process of the life cycle of the silkworm, and when the silk is ready, then okay, we are going to the stages in the production of silk. Okay, but the first we are going to make the outlines, okay, of what we need to write, okay, of what we need to write before we make the full essay. Okay, let's make the outlines. So we are going to make the outlines now. Okay. Okay, first, we need to Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Can you see the picture?
Yes, I can. I can see it.
Okay. What about Sui? Can you see the picture, Sui?
Yes, I can.
And Sok, can you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at the picture. Start from the picture 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. I want to ask you guys, how many steps are in here? How many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or how many?
5 stage.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 stages. Okay, there are 4 stages, or yeah, there are 4 stages or steps. Okay, so in the first step, can you read this? Eggs. Everyone say eggs.
Eggs.
Yes.
Do you know what eggs?
Yes.
Okay. And we have 10 days here. The first one is the moth. Okay. Here is moth. Do you know moth? Okay. Moth. Okay. Putting or
Malt.
laying their eggs. Okay. Laying their eggs on the leaves. Okay. And after 10 days. After 10
Your mix is very small.
Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, let's pay attention to the picture. So there are 4 steps in the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, so there are 4 steps. The first step in here, as you can see, the eggs. Okay, eggs. The eggs of the moth is laying on the leaves. Okay, and after 10 days, the eggs are becoming okay, after 10 days, the leaves are becoming silkworm larvae. Okay, and the silkworm larvae are eating mulberry leaf or food as food. And after 4 6 weeks, they become silk thread. Okay, the larva become the silk thread, and after that, after 8 days, it become a cocoon. Okay, and after 16 days, it becomes a moth. So this is how the cycle uh, of the silkworm. Okay, so let's make the outline. Okay, so the first thing we can say here is there are 4 steps of, or there are first. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, so we can say there are Okay. Okay. There are 4 stages, okay, of the okay. There are 4 stages of the silkworm. Okay, there are 4 stages of this of the life cycle of silkworm. Okay, life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, can you read this? There are 4 stages of the life cycle of the silkworm. Thao, can you read?
Yeah.
There are 4 stages of the life cycle of the silkworm.
Okay, so this is the first outline. Okay, Three, can you read this? Three.
There are 4 stages of the life cycle of the silkworm.
Okay, there are 4 stages of the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, next. Okay, outline number 2. Okay, what else can you see in here? What can we put more? Thao, do you have any ideas? What
No.
else? Okay. Uh, where does the silkworm begin? Where does
The
it start?
silkworm begins from the eggs on a
Okay.
leaf.
Okay. So we can say that the life cycle, the life the life cycle of the silkworm, okay, begins, okay, from where?
From the eggs.
Okay, we can say from the laying eggs. Okay, the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying eggs. And then, okay, what else? Okay, we know that the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying eggs. Okay, what else can we see in here? Okay, the laying eggs stage. Okay. Okay, how many days from eggs? Okay, I want to ask you guys, how many days from eggs to become silkworm larva? Who knows?
10 days.
10 days.
Okay, so we can write in here the laying eggs become silkworm larva after 10 days. Okay, very good. Next, the second stage, what is the second stage? The second stage is silkworm. Okay.
Silkworm larva.
Okay, silkworm larva. Um, what? Okay, what does the silkworm larva eat? Okay, we can write in here the silkworm larvae, okay, are eating, okay, larvae eat, okay, mulberry leaf Okay, mulberry leaf as food, as their food. Okay. Okay, so they are eating mulberry leaf as their food. And what is happening after 4 and 6 weeks later?
4 and 6 weeks later, the silkworm larva become the silk thread.
Okay, very good. So we can write in here 5 after, okay, number 5 after, okay, or we can write 4 to 6 weeks later, the larvae become or transform. Okay, the larvae transform. Okay, to what? To silk thread. Everyone say to silk thread.
To silk thread.
Okay,
Silk
very
thread.
good. Okay,
Silk thread.
so 4 to 6 weeks later, the larvae. So remember, okay, please remember one larva. Okay, I will write it for you in here so you can understand. So when there's only one, so it is one larva. Okay, but if it's more than 2 larvae, we say larvae. Larvae. So larvae is the plural form. Oh, sorry, is the plural form of larva. Okay, everyone say larvae.
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 So don't write larvas. Okay, because if you write larvas is incorrect. It should be larvae. Larvae is the plural form of larva. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay,
Yes.
next. After 4-6 weeks later, the larvae transform into the silk thread. Okay, into the silk thread. Okay. Yeah, when the larvae, okay, transform into the silk thread. Okay, what is happening after 8 days later?
It become cocoon.
Okay, the silk thread after 3 to 8 days, okay, becomes what? Becomes
Become cocoon.
okay, cocoon. Okay, very good. Okay, and next, what happening when it has become a cocoon? Okay, do you know what's happening after becoming a cocoon? Okay, after it becomes a cocoon, okay, what's happening? Okay, we say 16 days after, okay, becoming, okay, after becoming cocoon, okay, Okay, what's happening after 16 days?
Thúy ơi, Thúy,
Okay.
write all things in your book, your notebook, okay? Thúy.
Yeah.
Okay. The cocoon comes, okay, a moth, okay, after 16 days. Okay, so these are the outlines. So after you understand the steps or the stages, then later on we are going to make it or to write it in a full essay. Okay, did you see the outlines? Okay, maybe you can write it first, make the outlines, or write the outlines. Sok, have you written the outlines? Sok?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
I'm finished.
Okay, what about Thui?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's read the outlines first. Okay, there are 4 stages in the life cycle of the silkworm.
There are 4 stages of the life cycle of silkworm.
Okay, next, how can you read?
Yes, the life cycle of silkworm begins from the laying egg stage.
Sok, it's not you. I call thou. Okay, thou for the next one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The life,
The
number 2.
life of cycles of
No,
the
okay, not cycle, but sickle. The life cycle.
The life cycles of silkworm begin from the laying egg stage.
Okay, number 3.
The laying eggs become silkworm larvae after 10 days.
Oh, sorry. It should be cycle, not sickle. Yeah, cycle. Okay, I was wrong. Cycle. Everyone say cycle.
Cycle.
Okay.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Okay, number 3. Can you repeat? 3. The laying eggs.
The laying eggs become silkworm larvae after 10 days.
Okay. The laying eggs become silkworm larva after 10 days. Okay, very good. Next, number 4. Sok, can you read this again? Number 4.
Yes. The silkworm larvae eat mulberry leaf as their food.
Okay. Not silk, but silk. The silkworm larvae eat mulberry leaves as their food. Okay. Leaves.
Yes.
Okay. As their food. Next, number 5. Tao.
4 to 6 weeks later, the larvae transform into the silk thread.
Okay, very good. Okay, number 6. Tui.
The silk thread after 3 to 8 days becomes cocoon.
Okay, becomes cocoon. Okay. Next. 7. Sok.
A cocoon becomes a moth after 16 days.
Okay, very good. So we have made the outlines for the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay. Okay. before we make the full essay, because the essay will come together, so we can just write on the first paragraph talking about the life cycle of the silkworm, and then the other paragraphs will talk about the stages in the production of milk. So let's make the outlines for the production of silk. Sorry, yeah. Okay, let's make the outline for the stages in the production of silk. Okay. Okay, before we make it through, let's look at the picture carefully. Okay. Look at the picture carefully in here. Okay. Can you see the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the
Yeah.
production or the stages in the production of silk. Okay. Okay, I want to ask Thui. Thui, do you know what is this, Thui?
No.
Okay, that is, okay, that is this one, silk thread. Okay, silk thread. Can you say silk thread?
Silk thread.
Okay, silk thread.
Silk thread.
Okay, and what is this? Sock.
Water.
Okay, water. Okay, boil water. Okay, next. After that, what's next? Thou.
Um, thread.
Okay, what happened with the thread? Okay, after the thread or the silk thread is put into the water, and then it's taken out, and then it is
I think it will become like a rope, and it has 300 to 900 meter long.
okay, yeah, and then three. What is next? What is this? Can you hear me, Thui?
Is a wave.
Okay, so when the thread has become 300 to 900 meters, okay, then it is weaved, okay, it is weaved into this kind of thing, and then after it becomes this, and then we put it in a dye. Do you know what dye?
Yes, I know.
It's like a color, okay? It's like the color for the cloth. Okay, actually we have the word in here. Okay, we have the word in here. Like the first one is select. Everyone say select.
Select. Select.
So we select what? What are we selecting?
Silk thread.
Okay, very good. Silk thread. Everyone say silk thread.
Silk
Silk
thread.
thread.
Okay, and then boil. What are we boiling? What do we boil?
Boil the silk thread.
Okay, boil the water. Boil water. Okay, because we have water here. And then unwind. Everyone say unwind. What are we
Wind.
going to unwind? The
The trees.
thread. Everyone say the thread.
The thread.
Okay, next, twist. What is going to be twisted? Twist the thread. Okay, so we twist the thread. And then the last one is,
Dye.
okay, weave. Okay, weave the thread. Okay. Okay, now when you have understood the stages, now let's make the outline. Okay, what is the first step? Who knows? Who knows the first step? How do you know the first step?
The first step is select seed thread.
Okay. Select or selecting the silk thread. Okay, very good. And what is the second? Sok, do you know? What is the second?
The boil water.
Okay. Boil the water and put the selected, okay, silk thread into the water, into the hot water. Okay, and then what is number 3, Thui? Thui, what is number 3?
Unwind threads.
The thread
Unwind the threads.
after, okay, after it is put in the hot or boiled water. Okay, what is number 4? Thao?
Number 4 is unwind thread.
Okay, we already have unwind here.
Oh, sorry, twist thread.
Okay, twist the thread. Okay, for how long? Okay, so we unwind. Okay, we unwind the thread. Okay, for, yeah, we need to add okay, unwind unwind the thread for thread 300 to 900 meters. Okay, 900 meters after it is put in the hot or boiled water. Okay, next is to twist. Okay, twist the thread. Okay, twist the thread for number 4, and the next one is 5. Okay, weave. Okay,
With thread.
weave with the thread and get ready to dye. Okay, so there are 5 stages of making or to produce the silk. Okay, or the stages in the production of silk. Okay, can we read this together? Selecting the silk thread.
Selecting the silk thread.
Okay, very good. Next, Boil the water and put the selected silk thread into the hot water.
Boil
Pour the water and put the selected thread into the hot water.
Okay, Thui, can you read this, Thui? Number 3.
Unwind the threads 300 to 900 after it is put in the hot boiling water.
Okay, 300 to 900 meters long after it is put in the hot or boiled water. Okay, next sock, number 4.
Twist the thread.
Okay, twist the thread. Okay, and next. Okay, okay, we can put in here because as you can see here, the row. So we can twist the thread and dye it accordingly. Okay, so we can and dye. And dye accordingly. Okay, very good. Next, the last one. Thao, can you read? Number 5.
Yes.
thread and
Thao. Thao, I call for Thao, not Sok. Okay, Thao.
with the thread and get ready to dye.
Okay, very good. Okay, so there are 5 stages, okay, in the production of the silk, okay? Now, let's make the full sentences or the full essays about these pictures or diagrams. Are you ready? Is everyone ready to make the essay, the full essay? Okay. What do you think we can write to open the or for the opening of the essay? What do you think we can write for the opening? Okay, so we can write the two, okay, the two diagrams, or yeah, the two diagrams. Okay, so these two are diagrams. The two diagrams illustrate the life cycle of the silkworm and okay, the stages of okay, the stages in the production of silk. Okay, everyone read. Can you read it?
The two diagrams illustrate the life cycle of the silkworm and the stages in the production of silk.
Okay, Sok, can you read it, Sok?
Yes, the two diagrams illustrate the life cycle of the silkworm and the stages in the production of.
Okay, very good. What about Thui? Can you read this, Thui? Hello, Thui.
The two diagrams illustrate the life cycle of the silkworm and the stage in the production of silk.
Okay, very good. Next. Okay. Overall. Okay, overall life. Oh, sorry. Over life cycle of the silkworm. Over like worm. Okay, over life cycle of the silkworm, how many stages?
4 stages.
Okay, of silkworm is completed in four or five? In
I
4.
think it's 5.
Okay, let's look at here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so there are four main stages of the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, so we write in here, and we already write it in here. There are 4 stages, okay, of the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay, so we write overall. Okay, overall life cycle of the silkworm is completed in 4 stages. Okay, in 4 stages. Okay, in 4 stages. Yeah, in around 4 stages in around how many weeks? Or do you know the totals from okay, do you know the totals from eggs to this moth? Who knows the totals? How many days or how many weeks? Okay, let's count. 10 days. Okay, 10 days plus 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, 10 days plus 16. Okay, plus 8 days. Okay. Okay, so the total here plus 4 to 6 weeks.
I think it's about 10 weeks.
Yeah, is about 10 to 11 weeks. Yeah, 10, around 10 to 11 weeks. Very good. Overall life cycle of the silkworm is completed in 4 stages in around 10 to 11 weeks. While the silk production, okay, how many stages for the silk production? Well, the silk production, how many stages is
5 stages.
okay comprised into 6? How many? 5, yeah?
5.
Yeah, into 5 stages. Okay, very good. Can you read it?
Overall life cycle of silkworm is completed in 4 stages in around 10 to 11 weeks, while the silk product is comprises into 5 stages.
Okay, comprised. Okay, comprised. Okay, Thui, can you read this, Thui?
Overall life cycle of the silkworm is completed in 4 stages in around 10 to 11 weeks, while the silk production is compressed into 5 stages.
Okay, very good. Now let's explain. Okay, let's explain the first diagram of the life cycle of the silkworm. Okay. According to the first diagram. Okay, according to the first diagram, the life, okay, let's read here the outline, the life of the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying egg stage. Okay, so we can put it in here. According to the first diagram, the life cycle of the silkworm begins, okay, begins from the laying eggs, begins from the laying eggs stages. Okay, according to the first diagram, the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying egg stages. Okay, what can we add next? Can you say the next one, Thao? We already have the outlines here. You just need to put it in the full essay or full paragraph. What is next, Thao?
First, the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying egg stage.
Okay, and after that?
And after that, the laying eggs become silkworm larvae after 10 days.
Okay. Okay, the laying eggs. Okay, the laying eggs become silkworm larva. Okay, larva after 10 days. Okay, then okay, what is next, Tui? Look at from the outlines. Tui, what is next?
The silkworm flowers.
Okay, then silkworm larvae
Called mulberry leaves
eat.
as the fruits.
Okay, eat. Okay, what is it? Mulberry leaves. Okay, eat mulberry leaves. Mulberry leaves as their food. Okay, food. Okay, what is next? Food. After
4
okay, 4 to
6 weeks later, the larvae
later.
transform into the silkworm.
Okay, the larvae transform into the silk thread. Okay. 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 So what's next, Thao?
The silk thread 3 to 8 days become cocoons.
After 3 to 8 days, finally, days, get the silk thread after 3 to 6, 7, 3 to 8 days comes. Okay, comes okay, and then finally Finally, what? What is the last one?
Finally, the cocoon becomes a moth after 16 days.
Okay, becomes a moth after 16 days. Okay, very good. So we have made the explanation for the for the first diagram. Okay. Next, let's look at this. Okay. To explain about the second diagram or the second picture. Okay. Okay. While the next diagram shows the production, stages of the production. Okay, the production stages of the silk thread. Okay. Okay, of the silk thread. Okay. Okay, what is the first step? What is the first step of the production of the silk thread? Who knows? Okay, look at the outlines here.
Is selecting the silk thread.
Okay, firstly, the silk threads are selecting are selected, okay, are selected, then put them into the boiled water. Okay, into the boiled water. Okay. Next, after that, what is next? After that, the threads, okay, let's say the threads are unwinded, okay, are unwinded to 300, okay, unwinded to 300 to 900 meters long after it is boiled in the hot water. Okay. While the next diagram shows the production stages of the silk thread. Firstly, the silk threads are selected, then put them, and then put into the boiled water. After that, the threads are unwinded to 300 from 300 to 900-meter long after it is boiled in the hot water. Okay, what is next? Who knows? Next one. Okay, what is next? How do you know?
Next is with the thread.
Okay. Next. Next, what?
With the thread.
Okay. Next, twist the. Okay, so we explain the threads are being twisted, okay, and dyed accordingly. Okay, accordingly. Okay. Next, the threads are being twisted and dyed accordingly. The last, finally, okay, finally, they are prepared for for uh for weaving and okay, and dyed again. Okay, so here it is. Who can read this last paragraph? Thúy, can you read the last paragraph? Hello, Thúy. Can you read this?
While the next diagram shows the production stage of silk threads. Firstly, the silk threads are selected, then put into the boiling water. After that, the threads are unwound to 300 to 900 long after it is boiled in the hot water. Next, the threads are being twisted and dyed accordingly.
Accordingly.
Finally, they are prepared for weaving and dye again.
Okay, very good. Okay, so yeah, so this is the full essay of the two diagrams that we have made. Okay, that we have made, especially the first thing, we made the outlines, and then we understand how the steps are or the stages, then we make it into full essay. Okay, can you write this, start from the two until again? Okay, please write it on your notebooks. Okay, or you can take the screenshot. You can write it or take the screenshot.
I'm finished.
Okay, you finished? Okay, very good. Okay, do you want to read from the first now? And then
Okay.
okay.
The two diagrams illustrate the life cycles of the silkworm and the stages in the production of silk. Overall life cycle of the silkworm is completed in 4 stages in around 10 to 11 weeks, while the silk production is comprised into 5 stages. According to the first diagram, the life cycle of the silkworm begins from the laying eggs. The laying egg stages. The laying eggs become silkworm larvae after 10 days. Then the silkworm larvae eat mulberry leaves at their food. After after 4 to 6 weeks. Later, the larvae transform into the seed thread. The seed thread, after 3 to 8 days, become the cocoon. Finally, the cocoons becomes a moth after 16 days. While the next diagram shows the production stages of the silk thread. Firstly, the silk thread is selected, then put into boiled water. After that, the threads are unwinded to 300 to 900 meter long. After it's boiled in a hot water. Next, the threads are being twisted and dyed accordingly. Finally, they are prepared for weaving the dye again.
Okay, Thao, can you repeat after me? Comprised.
Comprise.
Yeah.
Okay. Threads are.
Threads are
Okay. Next, it is boiled.
boiled.
Okay. Next, are being twisted.
Twisted.
Okay, very good. Okay. Sok, have you taken the picture or have you written this?
Yes.
Okay. What about Thui?
Can you repeat?
Okay. Did you write everything from the
Yes.
first? Okay. What about Thui? Did you write everything, Thui?
Yes.
Okay. And Thao is also done, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So yeah, that's all about the okay, is all about the IELTS writing task 1 life cycle diagrams of the life cycle of the silkworm and the stages in the production of silk. Do you guys have any questions before we end our lesson today? Thui, do you have any questions or no?
No.
I have a question. What
Okay.
is comprise?
Excuse me?
What is comprise?
Comprised. Okay, well, the silk production is comprised into 5 stages. Comprised mean written, okay, or put together into 5 stages. Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Next question. Do you have any other questions? Sok, do you have questions or no?
No.
Okay, very good. Three no and Thao no. Okay, so I think that's all about our lesson today. Thank you very much for joining the class. Okay, and hope to see you again for the next meeting. Okay, thank you everybody. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Sok. Bye, Thao. And bye, Thui.